Imagine a massive tanker suddenly engulfed in flames out at sea, with its crew scrambling for safety. What could turn a routine voyage into a life-or-death emergency? That's the shocking reality unfolding off Yemen's coast, where a ship has been struck by an unknown projectile, sparking a fire and raising alarms about escalating tensions in one of the world's busiest shipping lanes. But here's where it gets controversial. Could this be just another chapter in a broader conflict that's pitting rebels against global trade? Or is there more to the story that we're not seeing? Stick around as we break it down step by step, making sense of the details for everyone, even if you're new to international geopolitics. The British military's United Kingdom Maritime Trade Operations Centre reported the incident on Saturday, alerting authorities that a vessel was hit by what they described as an unknown projectile in the Gulf of Aden, roughly 210 kilometers, about 130 miles east of Aden, Yemen. This led to a fire on board, and officials are actively investigating the cause. For those unfamiliar with the area, the Gulf of Aden is a critical waterway connecting the Indian Ocean to the Red Sea, a vital artery for global commerce where ships transport everything from oil to everyday goods. And this is the part most people miss. The incident echoes a pattern of disruptions that have been plaguing this route, potentially affecting millions who rely on smooth shipping for their daily lives, like the coffee in your cup or the electronics in your devices. Adding to the drama, maritime security experts at Ambri identified the ship as a Cameroon-flagged tanker, reportedly carrying liquefied petroleum gas, and traveling from Sohar in Oman to Djibouti. Radio communications hinted that the crew might have been preparing to abandon ship, prompting a search and rescue operation. This vessel appears to match descriptions of the Falcon, a tanker that's drawn attention for allegedly being part of an Iranian ghost fleet. If you're wondering what that means, think of it as a network of ships that operate discreetly on the high seas, often evading international sanctions by transporting oil and related products without clear ownership trails. The Falcon was flagged by United Against Nuclear Iran, a U.S.-based advocacy group, as part of such a fleet linked to Iran. Representatives from the ship's Indian-registered owners and operators weren't available for comment right away, leaving questions about its connections open for debate. This event aligns with a series of attacks by Yemen's Houthi rebels, who've been targeting vessels in the Red Sea corridor. The Houthis, a rebel group controlling parts of Yemen, haven't immediately claimed responsibility for this strike. It can sometimes take hours or even days for them to confirm their involvement. They've gained global attention amid the Israel-Hamas conflict, launching strikes against Shiites and Israeli targets to pressure Israel into halting its military actions. Interestingly, since a ceasefire took effect on October 10th, following intense hostilities in Gaza, the group hasn't claimed any new attacks. But here's where it gets really controversial. Are the Houthis genuine freedom fighters defending Palestinian rights? Or are they reckless actors disrupting global stability? Their campaign has had devastating consequences, claiming at least 9 lives among mariners and sinking 4 ships, which has thrown the Red Sea's shipping industry into chaos. Before the current tensions, this route handled around $1 trillion in goods annually, a staggering figure that underscores how a single conflict can ripple through the world's economy, potentially raising prices for consumers everywhere. Their most recent confirmed assault was on September 29th, when they targeted the Dutch-flagged cargo ship Minervagracht, resulting in the death of 1 crew member and injuries to another. This ongoing pattern of aggression has forced shipping companies to reroute vessels, adding costs and delays that could affect everything from fuel prices to food supplies. On top of that, the Houthis have escalated threats towards Saudi Arabia, a neighboring country deeply involved in Yemen's civil war through its military support for Yemen's government. They've also detained dozens of staff from United Nations agencies and aid organizations, accusing them of espionage without providing evidence, a charge vehemently denied by the UN and others. This raises even more controversy. Is this a legitimate security measure in a war zone, or an unjust tactic to intimidate humanitarian efforts? For beginners, it's worth noting that Yemen's conflict has been raging for years, with the Houthis fighting against the internationally recognized government, backed by Saudi-led coalitions, leading to a humanitarian crisis affecting millions. In wrapping up, these incidents highlight the fragility of global trade and the human cost of geopolitical standoffs. But what do you think? Do the Houthis' actions justify their cause? Or are they crossing lines that harm innocent lives and economies? Is there blame to share among bigger players like Iran or even Western nations? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with their tactics or disagree? Let's discuss.